Are you a progressive young leader, a proactive emerging executive, a rising professional? Then you need appropriate cover for your vehicle. Introducing the Pro Motor Plan from Beacon. Car insurance that includes free loss of use, windscreen cover up to $3,500, free special perils, free accident forgiveness. Get Beacon's Pro Motor Plan today. Don't procrastinate. Call Beacon today at 440-4447 or visit beacongrenada.com.
How am I supposed to finish cooking like this?
I wonder if climate change is behind all these water shortages. Time to think about the future.
It's really time to invest in a proper water storage tank, you know.
What water tanks you guys have available?
We have 450 gallons for a family of 3, 800 gallons for a family of 5, and 1,000 gallons for a family of 7. Purchasing any of these tanks will ensure that you have enough water stored.
Don't be like me and wait until you're out of water. Be smart, be prepared, invest in a proper water storage tank today.
Welcome to the future of shopping with Real Value IGA mobile app. Now, your favorite supermarket is right in your pocket. Whether you're a student, a busy parent, or in the diaspora shopping for friends and family at home, a Yachty or a Grenadian, our mobile app has you covered. Shop online with our mobile app from anywhere and enjoy free delivery to St. George and St. David. Or you can pick up your groceries in-store, hassle-free. Convenience, savings, and a seamless experience in Grenada. All right here at your fingertips. Download the Real Value IGA mobile app and start shopping today. Real Value IGA, bringing the supermarket to you.
Diamond Intercontinental Jewelry Store now has amazing deals, special discounted prices on wedding sets, watches, and selected jewelry. We sell top brand jewelry and watches like Citizen, Guess, and Klein, and G-Shock, all at the best prices in Grenada. We also buy scrap gold and offer the best deals and customer service on the island. Opening hours Mondays to Saturdays, 9:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. Diamond Intercontinental Jewelry Store, located at the Esplanade Mall, St. George's, Grenada. Visit our brand new remodeled store or call us on telephone number 414-3114, 232-1234 or WhatsApp 533-1581. Sale is on for a limited time only.
Affordable quality products delivered to you via superb service. We are Superb Distributors, wholesalers and authorized agents for trusted products you know and love, like Rika Juices, Pure Heaven products, Bibbin diapers, New Bright laundry detergent, Allegra pasta, and more.
Contact Superb Distributors at 435-2948 for superb quality and service.
All right, and of course, we have to say hello and welcome to another Mikey Live program. My name is Mikey Hutchinson, and of course, I'll be here with you for a few minutes, of course, to tell you what's happening here in Grenada, particularly. I hope that you had yourself a good weekend. There might be things that you're proud of and some things that you are not. And so, you know what? Life goes on. You got to do what you have to do. Here we are talking to you about what's making the news. The tax filing. All right, and payment deadline is quickly approaching. You got a couple more days to be compliant. 3 Grenadian cricketers drafted for the inaugural CWI Breakout T20 League, and Grenada's 2025 Carifta team announced. There's been a mishap at one of the sites where road construction is taking place. We'll talk to you about that. Suspected suicide in St. David. And we are hearing now from Nawasa relating to water shortage that you must know about. Also, we'll talk to you about handing over of the beaking machine. All right, and we have the Ministry of Agriculture to talk to us about that and more. Stuff to talk to you about when we return from a very little break. This is Mikey Live again. Don't forget the headlines was brought to you through the kind compliments of Courts, Grenada Limited, Digicel, Nawasa, Real Value, IGA Supermarket. We've got superb distributors. We also have the Big Insurance on board and the G Cruise project. Folks, stay right there. We'll be back again. Don't forget, someone sharing tonight's program will receive some free credits, compliments. Digicel. That lucky person might just be you.
Shop with confidence at Quartz. Get the lowest prices guaranteed. Get appliances, furniture, electronics, and so much more. If you find a lower price on any other products elsewhere, we'll match the price. Plus, we'll give you back 110% of the difference. Shop with confidence only at Quartz. Bringing value home. Special conditions apply.
All right, so folks, here we are, and we say welcome, welcome, welcome. So let's get straight into what's making the news. So we have received information of a suspected suicide that occurred this afternoon, actually, in Rucane in St. David. Circumstances relating to this is still a bit sketchy, and once we have more information, we'll be able to share that with you. But what we can tell you is that we have received word of a suspected suicide by hanging in St. David, which is very unfortunate. We were told that it's a young man. We've also been told his name and so, but of course, in tragic circumstances like these, you don't want to, let's take our time with the information for now. All right. It gets tough. It's really tough out there, It's really tough out there. Not everyone has, in their mind, the capacity to deal with some of the struggles that life may present to us. Life can be, it can be good at times, great at times, and very disappointing and depressing at times. Even people you see walking around smiling like everything is okay, you have no idea as to what they're going through behind the scenes, and they may do very well in covering their pain and their frustration. Yeah, only probably if you take a moment to sit with them, you'd realize that they've been hurting. So it's a tough one. It's a tough one out there. So, when you see people chin up, shoulders up, and they walk in upright, you really don't know what it is that they're dealing with behind the scenes. But we all have to try our best to be a brother's keeper, to be an encouragement to those around us. All right. The Inland Revenue Division reminds taxpayers that the deadline for filing and payment of the personal income tax, corporate income tax, that's for your businesses with fiscal year ending December 31st, 2024, and annual stamp tax in March of 31st is due. All right, well, will be due at the end of the month. The time is coming up. So March 31st is that deadline. Now, failure to meet this deadline will result in penalties, including late filing fee of 5% of the tax owed or $500, and late payment charge of 20% plus 1.5% monthly interest. Now, to avoid these penalties, taxpayers, you are strongly encouraged to file and pay on time. Taxpayers can file and pay at the that's my.gov.gd. That's my.gov.gd, or in person at IRD's head office, W.E. Julian Building, or your district revenue offices. All right. Now they are saying IRD officers will be at various district revenue offices on March 27th, 28th, and 31st to assist with filing. For inquiries, you can call 440-3556 or help desk at ird.gov.gd. So it's important to file. 3 Grenadian cricketers have made it to the inaugural Cricket West Indies Breakout T20 League, and that's really good. You understand? It is not every time that you hear things like that happen. So I think they'll be happy, they'll be proud. Family members and so as well will be happy to know that their own loved ones have made it. Oh Lord, Mikey, don't tell me you lapse on that one. I did up another little thing for all your picture. It was to show all you on the business. Oh yeah, look at here. That's what I'm saying. You think hiding for you? I'm just gonna show you like a brief thing there. Look at here, man. The cricketers, look at them here. Just pull a picture. Yes, these are our very own people. Our very own people right here. All right. So that's Joanne, Jeremiah, Darrell Cyrus, and Teddy Bishop. They all have been drafted to play for the Windward Islands Infernos. The tournament is geared towards identifying emerging talent across the West Indies, and only players under 30 years are eligible to participate. Now, the Breakout T20 League is scheduled for April 25th to May 10th at the Brian Lara Cricket Academy in Trinidad and Tobago. So let's say congratulations to our young men. Yeah, I understand you all have made us proud, and we know that you will continue to make us proud. All right, how Afi going? Well, Afi and Fletcher always doing their thing. Both Andre and Afi Fletcher, not related, but they carry the same last name and are 2 of the top cricketers for Grenada. People would swear Fletcher is one of the most prominent last names in Grenada, but it's not. You have the Thomas and the John and them cats on him there. Anywho's, while we're at that, Grenada's 2025 Carifta team has been announced. And just to give you an idea of some of the names that we have seen for the under 17 boys and girls, Christophe, Khalees, and then there's Nathaniel Douglas, Giovanni Green, Darlon John. Darlon John is what's his name. Also Kamal Joseph, Denon Mitchell, Shaim Philip, Kazim Telesford, Naomi Augustine, Annalisa Brown, Christiana Charles, Annie Logie, Serena Alexander, Shanti Augustine, and Egypt Regis Benjamin. For the under 20 girls and boys, Amaya Chandler, Tyler Descent, also Shafania Houston. What school is Shafania going again? Shade John, D'Angelo Brown, Ian George, also Cornell Pear, Mikhail Redhead, Ethan Sam, Neon Stanislaus, and Rivon Telesford, all right? And their head coach is Wayne Maxwell. So congratulations to them as well. All right. So there's been a mishap on that construction site, the road construction site in Woodlands, boy. They are currently reconstructing the road so that it could accommodate more vehicles, wider space, and so on. So we were called today about this incident that took place. It's like those machines that you use to mix large volumes of concrete. Somehow, it was stationary at a particular position, and somehow it just got loose and ran into a nearby house. We were told at the time there wasn't one occupant in that vehicle, not vehicle, but the house. I did not hear any confirmation of any major injuries. I was asking somebody who was right in the area, and they was telling me the person seemed to be fine, maybe a bit shaken, or if ever might have sustained some minor injuries, but we couldn't. I tried getting an update on it, but oh boy, sometimes it's like pulling teeth. But yeah, that was really bad. At least we have not lost any lives as a result of this. So, we have to say thank God that it is so, that we did not lose any lives or so. But it's really bad. This house is totally destroyed, and well, with the majority of its contents based on the images seen here. All right, we are moving on. So the National Water and Sewage Authority, they are not having it easy at all. This is the time of the year when they have to pull out all stops to go out there and manage the resources as much as they can so that people are not left without. So they're managing the various valves and stuff. They have what you call the valve regulations. So in some areas where the dams are severely depleted, you would find that there's a low supply in the daytime, and in the night these systems are turned off. In some cases you would find that some days you would have water, some days you would not, because again NAWASA is trying to manage the capacity and the distribution, and all of this is due to the ongoing weather conditions. Now 3 water systems have now been placed on valve regulations. Now in this update, Production and Quality Supervisor, that's Neelan Lessie, he's emphasizing the need for immediate community action, and that is to ensure everyone's needs are met. So customers, you are encouraged to store at least 6 days of water. You understand? When you get water from the thing, try to store water. When you have water in the pipe, try to store it. Don't just depend on when they're turning on it and turn off. You understand? Have water. Buy a tank or something. Check for leaks. You understand? And they say, and conserve water as much as possible. Stay alert for updates. All right? And any changes with the schedule and so, make sure that you put yourself in a position where you know what's happening in your community.
So due to the ongoing effects of the dry season, it has severely impacted our water sources. And there is a depletion in our catchment. And due to that depletion, we have a reduction in what we can distribute, the availability of water. I know some may say, yes, we got some rains yesterday and even into this morning, but I will tell you this, even if we've gotten some rains, due to the severe hot sun, the ground have been severely dry, and due to that, there is minimal runoff, so it may not be any effect on our water sources. Currently, the Richmond Hill area is on valve regulation. It started as of last week, and as of this week, 3 systems will be on the valve regulation. That will be the Maribo system, Guapo system, and the Les Avocats system. And NAWASA has made sure the information is available on all our social media platforms.
Could you explain for customers what the valve regulation means? What the valve schedule does?
Well, what the valve schedule does simply is load shedding. And some may say, what is load shedding? Load shedding is certain days you will have water and certain days you will not have water. And it is within certain times as well. So for example, the Maribo system, it's valve regulated daily from 11 a.m. till 6 p.m. There'll be no water within that period. So between 11 a.m. and 6 p.m., there'll be no water.
And that's for everybody on the system?
That's for everybody on the system. And within that time, our system will recharge so we can able to distribute water. As it relates to PTA tank, This one as well, this system has been affected severely by the dry season. There has been a reduction in the flow, so distribution is affected. So what happens on a daily basis, the outlet valve is throttled, so there will be a reduction in what leaves the plant, and by doing so, that gives us the ability to recharge our system as well. So the persons on high elevated areas will be affected because of low flows. So I urge customers to conserve and to store water. We urge you to store water as much as 6 days, if possible, and a minimum of 35 gallons of course on a daily basis. Please, we urge, because we've seen the current trend and it's evident we are in the peak of the dry season. So we urge you to store water and conserve water.
What would be your message for persons who say, well, you're asking me to store, but there's no water in the line?
So for persons who may say, well, it's difficult for me storing water because there is no water in the lines, and sometimes it's possible because of your elevation as well, right? The water truck is available for delivery of water. You can just contact the office, they will take your information, and they will deliver the water to your location.
Right, and so that is PSA and an update from NAWASA relating to its current valve regulations, and of course what it is that you can do to not become a victim of water shortage. Yes. All right, so we're moving on. Now here's this, right? To promote sustainability and efficiency in egg production within the poultry industry, the Ministry of Agriculture, Veterinary and Livestock Division, they have made available a piece of equipment designed to support farmers. Now, Dr. Kimon Cummings, who is the Chief Veterinary and Livestock Officer, recently handed over a debeaking machine, and that is to the 4 agricultural district officers to assist their farmers in the respective districts. Now, the machine was distributed to each district office last Thursday. Now, Dr. Cummings explained that the initiative aims to expand and extend support to poultry production and poultry farmers in the wake of Hurricane Beryl and the impact that it has had on us.
And loan the item, right? Ensure that it returns back to the ministry in great condition, great working condition, and also utilizes and benefit from it. And
right. So yes. But before we say that, I'd like to go back to Mr. Cummings first, and then we're gonna come back. We're gonna come back to this one. All right. Mr. Cummings gave me trouble. That was going there, man. Cummings getting trouble there. Let me see. Yeah, Cummings getting trouble, so that's why it skipped over to this one. But that's fine. We'll move right along. Now we can talk to Mr. Let's go to Thaddeus first. All right. Yeah. See, it just caused me to have to rearrange my whole business. Good. Right. So, Acting Chief Agricultural Officer, that's Mr. Thaddeus Peters, who was present to receive the debeaking machine, highlighted some of the benefits of the equipment in promoting sustainable agriculture production.
We would have gone through the effects of Hurricane Beryl, and so the assistance continue, because the effect that was left behind is long lasting. So we need to continue building resilience and giving support so persons can get back on their feet and continue producing. This will contribute greatly to food security, and which is a major thrust of the Ministry of Agriculture at this point, increasing our resilience in the face of all the challenges. So disasters like we had last year, extreme weather conditions, are things that farmers and producers face with on a daily basis. So all these measures are geared towards all the mitigation efforts and to increase production so that we can continue to feed ourselves.
Thank you very much, sir. And as Mr. Dennis Batiste, the district supervisor for the Eastern Agricultural District, expressed that the equipment is a welcome addition and will help them serve farmers more effectively and efficiently.
The district really appreciate this piece of equipment. It will go a long way in helping our farmers, our poultry farmers, especially those who are doing layers, to assist them with the debeaking, which would help reduce the incidences of cannibalism and increase our production in terms of egg production. So we really appreciate it, and we say a special thank you to you, Dr. Cummings, and your team.
Yeah, man, and it's good when you can actually recognize people for the work that they have done, how they have helped things to progress, And I'm telling you, I sense that agriculture is going to be a really big thing, soon, like the go-to thing, you understand? People are shunning it now, but that would not be so for much longer, I can promise you that. You would see what I'm saying, as all the technology improves and we become a little more innovative with agricultural practices, you would find that it becomes a little more attractive. All right. Okay. I'm losing time. So what I want us to do, I want us to go over to our good folks at the Met Office, see what's happening. Boy, today it was rain. Well, we got a good amount of rain. We get enough rain to last us a couple of days, I think. It started early this morning, just around 4:30. Ended out around 6:30 this morning. And then around afternoon period again. More water in our Lily Lolo. Yeah. We are experiencing some really dry conditions. So any amount of rain that we get is appreciated. You understand? So we have to say thank God for that. Again, when you get the rain, store the water as much as you can. That will help you go through the dry season. Weather, I have not gotten the specific ones for tomorrow morning, but what I can tell you for tonight, partly cloudy and windy conditions, light showers over the northern section of the island particularly. Cloudy conditions will persist overnight with showers. Some may be heavy. Winds east northeasterly to east southeasterly at 15 to 25 miles per hour, gusting higher with showers. Seas moderate to rough with waves near 8 feet in northeasterly swells, and a marine advisory will be in effect for tonight into tomorrow. All right, we do not have the specific weather yet for tomorrow. So we just have to give you the one for tonight. Let me see. Let me just refresh. That's crazy. Here it comes. Perfect timing. Like somebody watching the program and say, I'll send anything from Mikey quick. All right. So yes, tonight's minimum temperature is expected to be around 23 degrees Celsius. So that's going to be cool. All right. Again, we can expect rain. It may become heavy overnight. Okay. Now, for tomorrow, God's willing, we can tell you that the weather is expected to be partly cloudy and windy with light to moderate early morning showers, which may become heavy at times, becoming generally fair by afternoon. Max temperature 30.5 degrees Celsius, minimum 24 degrees Celsius. Winds east northeasterly to easterly at 15 to 25 miles per hour, gusting higher at times. Now seas moderate to slightly rough with waves 6 to 8 feet in northeasterly to easterly swells, and a marine advisory will be in effect for tomorrow as well. So that is our weather report. Before we even go further to our national report, we are going to say big up to the people who are currently online on YouTube. Arthur Langine and Vero Wellington, Marcus Peters and Ethelyn Radix, and everybody else, Jennifer, everybody else on YouTube. We want to say hello to you on Facebook as well. Those of you who are there, Plina Mass, Hazel, Sylvina, Diana, Valerie, Michelle and Jacinta, Brandon and Shamin, Mora and Vanilla. Check her name, people. Vanilla. Vanilla, not vanilla. Vanilla. That's a nice name, Vanilla. You get you. Yes, Mora, we see you with all the love. Joseph and everybody else, right? Randy, I see that you're there. Joyous, Shum. Guys, thank you very much for the birthday greetings. It was an amazing period. I mean, I walk a lot on my birthday, which was on Friday. I walk until I can't walk again. You know, birthdays are birthdays. You know, some years I celebrated big time. You know, I kind of like go with the flow. I feel the energy in the room, and then I respond accordingly. All right. So thanks again for all the birthday greetings, all the warm wishes. And I pray that myself, that I'll continue to have more life and strength and prosperity, myself and my family. All right. Taking that break and coming back. Thank you again, guys. Who's that? Local tradition. Sylvina, Joseph, Yvonne. All right, so we are now transitioning over to the national report. So yeah, and of course, Courtney, blessings to you. So we're heading over now to a word from our sponsors, and following that, we will have the national report.
Are you a progressive young leader, a proactive emerging executive, a rising professional? Then you need appropriate cover for your vehicle. Introducing the Promoter Plan from Beacon. Car insurance that includes free loss of use, windscreen cover up to $3,500, free special perils, free accident forgiveness. Get Beacon's Promoter Plan today. Don't procrastinate. Call Beacon today at 440-4447 or visit beacongrenada.com.
How am I supposed to finish cooking like this?
I wonder if climate change is behind all these water shortages. Time to think about the future.
It's really time to invest in a proper water storage tank, you know.
What water tanks you guys have available?
We have 450 gallons for a family of 3, 800 gallons for a family of 5, and 1,000 gallons for a family of 7. Purchasing any of these tanks will ensure that you have enough water stored.
Don't be like me and wait until you're out of water. Be smart. Be prepared. Invest in a proper water storage tank today.
Welcome to the future of shopping with Real Value IGA mobile app. Now, your favorite supermarket is right in your pocket. Whether you're a student, a busy parent, or in the diaspora shopping for friends and family at home, a Yachty, or a Grenadian, our mobile app has you covered. Shop online with our mobile app from anywhere and enjoy free delivery to St. George and St. David. Or you can pick up your groceries in-store, hassle-free. Convenience, savings, and a seamless experience in Grenada. All right here at your fingertips. Download the Real Value IGA mobile app and start shopping today. Real Value IGA, bringing the supermarket to you.
Anywhere at any time and have it delivered to you right here in Grenada at yogo.gd.
Diamond Intercontinental Jewelry Store now has amazing deals, special discounted prices on wedding sets, watches and selected jewelry. We sell top brand jewelry and watches like Citizen, Guess and Klein and G-Shock, all at the best prices in Grenada. We also buy scrap gold and offer the best deals and customer service on the island. Opening hours Mondays to Saturdays 9:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. Diamond Intercontinental Jewelry Store, located at the Esplanade Mall, St. George's, Grenada. Visit our brand new remodeled store or call us on telephone number 414-3114, 232-1234 or WhatsApp 533-1581. Sale is on for a limited time only.
Affordable quality products delivered to you via superb service. We are Superb Distributors, wholesalers and authorized agents for trusted products you know and love, like Rika Juices, Pure Heaven products, Bibin diapers, New Bright laundry detergent, Allegra pasta, and more.
Contact Superb Distributors at 435-2948 for superb quality and service.
Shop with confidence at Quartz. Get the lowest prices guaranteed. Get appliances, furniture, electronics, and so much more. If you find a lower price on any other products elsewhere, we'll match the price. Plus, we'll give you back 110% of the difference. Shop with confidence only at Quartz. Bringing value home. Special conditions apply.
This is the GIS News for Monday, March 24th, 2025. I am Chrisanne Mitchell. In the headlines, government invests in directors of statutory bodies training, and Grenada's health minister assumes chairmanship of CARFA executive body to advance regional public health. We'll have the details to these stories and more, plus a look at the weather when we return.
Get ready, Grenada. On Wednesday, March 26, it's time to dive into the future of our country at the first in a series of monthly town hall meetings. Join us at the Trade Center in Grand Anse from 6 p.m. to hear from the Honorable Prime Minister Dickon Mitchell and the Technical Working Group as they unveil our nation's oil and gas plans. Buses will be available for your convenience, absolutely free. This is your chance to learn, ask questions, and contribute to the conversation about Grenada's energy future. It's Wednesday, March 26 at the Trade Center in Grand Anse from 6 p.m. Look out for the town hall meeting coming to your parish. Let's fuel our future together.
Climate change is real, bringing hotter days and less rain. Less rain means less water, so it is crucial for all of us to conserve water at home. When washing my fruits and vegetables, I use a bowl of water, and later I reuse it to water my plants. This is how I save water at home. What are you waiting for?
I'm a VIP. I'm a VIP.
I am VIP. I am vaccinated. I am immunized. I am protected. Our children and nation depend on vaccination for immunization. Childhood vaccination is national priority. It is their protection from disease and sicknesses. Let's all be VIPs and safeguard our beautiful Grenada. I am DJ Blackstorm and I am a VIP health champion. Be a VIP like me.
Let's all be VIP champions.
A message from the Ministry of Health, Wellness and Religious Affairs, Be a VIP Childhood Vaccination and Immunization Campaign in collaboration with UNICEF and the Pan American Health Organization.
Welcome back. Grenada was one of the Caribbean countries who has benefited from the Caribbean Catastrophe Risk Insurance Facility Segregated Portfolio Company payout post-Hurricane Beryl. Grenada received a payout of US $44 million, which is equivalent to 118 million EC dollars, as part of its parametric insurance coverage. CRIF offers parametric insurance policies for tropical cyclones, earthquakes, excess rainfall, the fisheries sector, and the electric and water utilities sectors, all in which Grenada can benefit from. Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Finance, Mike Sylvester, explained the benefits of the insurance for Grenada and stated that the country's excess rainfall policy was not activated following the heavy rains in October 2024.
The benefits are significant, and significant in the sense that CRIF allows for rapid disbursement once the policies are triggered. Okay. And so under the CRIF, there are several policies, and in fact, Grenada is beneficiary of all of these policies. You have to also bear in mind that you could have a certain amount of rainfall and so on, but it could just not trigger the policy at all.
Speaking on GIS Stakeholder Perspective Program, PS highlighted that the parametric insurance differs from traditional insurance as it provides payouts based on triggers rather than requiring assessments of actual damage.
Parametric insurance is different from the traditional insurance that you know, that indemnity insurance and so on, that really covers you based on loss, right? So if you have a fire, they will come assess the damage. It will take a while to determine what the extent of the damage and of course what you're entitled to, and then of course they'll pay you. That could take months, sometimes even years. Sometimes people don't even get paid. In the case of a parametric facility, it basically covers you based on the occurrence and trigger of a particular event, like a hurricane, of a certain magnitude, and you receive the payment almost automatically.
CRIF payouts are allocated directly to recipient governments, which have the discretion to use the funds as needed. According to Sylvester, the Cabinet of Grenada determined the best use of the payout to address the country's recovery needs post-Hurricane Beryl.
The government got the money, as I said, on the 16th, so that's basically 16 days, if you want to call it that, after the occurrence of the event. But of course, you have to appreciate that for government to spend certain resources, you have to do certain things. The budget allows for certain flexibility within government, right? So if it's a case where the CRIF monies were used for salaries and so on, then that's fine, because basically it becomes part of your regular expenses, and you could pay it on salaries, and you could and many of the payouts across the Caribbean and so on, they use it for salaries, because remember, it's not tied to any loss. Not because John's home was damaged, John is entitled to any amount or anything. That is, okay. It's basically based on the fact that you had a event was triggered. This is what you paid for. This is what you get, right? And when you get that, now you have to decide how do you allocate that. And of course, you have to allocate it based on the needs of the country. One of the things that we did very early is to go to the cabinet, for example, with a financing strategy for the response to the Hurricane Beryl. And so you looked at, for example, okay, what do we have in the coffers? What do we have as contingency funds that were set aside? What do we have as a catastrophe deferred drawdown option, or CAD-DDO? What do we have in terms of the hurricane clauses? What do we have in terms of CRIF?
It's a wide perimeter that you have to.
Because you have a lot of needs.
To maintain coverage and remain eligible for coverage in the event of a disaster, Grenada must continue to pay the yearly premium. Grenada's premium is approximately $1.5 million. Continuing the news, Grenada's Special Envoy for Oceans, Jerry Eno, has emphasized that the establishment of a Ministry of the Blue Economy and Marine Affairs will help the country leverage economic opportunities within the marine sector. The 2025 estimates of revenues and expenditure has highlighted the establishment of a Ministry of the Blue Economy and Marine Affairs with an allocation of $36.9 million to fund projects and programs. The key pillars for transformation include sustainable marine resource management, fisheries, blue economy diversification, coastal community empowerment, and governance and institutional strengthening. Eno says that the blue economy complements ministries and organizations that operate in the blue space to harness benefits of the marine space.
Blue economy is an environmental economic construct that seeks to maximize the potential for economic growth from the marine space. It seeks to harmonize the activities within the marine space. There are several overlapping organizations, ministries, entities that operate within that blue space, and almost all of the time it's operated in a fragmented manner. The Ports Authority does their bit, the Coast Guard does their bit, fisheries. So what the blue economy construct seeks to do is to ensure that everything that is happening in that blue space is harmonized and everybody knows what the other organization is doing. To ensure that we have maximum economic gains from that blue space. And when we say maximum, it does not mean that we are doing it in an unsustainable way. It is done in a sustainable way to look at future generations. So it's not just for our consumption alone, but the future generations to come. So that's another key pillar of the blue economy. Which
Eno also outlined several initiatives that will support a thriving and sustainable blue economy.
So what we're looking at is things like fish farming. If you have fish farming, is not nothing new. It would be new to us, but it's well established in other regions. We have other countries that are leading the way. The Norwegian government are big on fish farming. China, a lot of Southeast Asian countries are big. So this is just one area that you can see additional growth. You have additional job opportunities. You have for the folks working on the fish farm. You have the scientists, the feed production, and so on. And the spill-off effect from aquaculture can be great, can be significant. Now you have new things that are coming into the blue space, things like offshore wind and offshore thermal energy. You have wave energy. Now this can directly lead to the green recovery, because if we cut back on our diesel imports, now that is revenue that we can save directly and reducing our carbon footprint, because you would have, let's say we are successful with one of the offshore projects that we are looking at, whether it's thermal energy or tidal energy, and it is successful. Now that is direct economic activity.
Eno highlighted the establishment of a coastal zone management unit. This unit will oversee activities along Grenada's coastline to prevent harmful environmental impacts and ensure the sustainable use of marine resources.
One of the things that we're going to prioritize is to ensure that coastal zone management unit is up and running, because we have a lot of coastal challenges because we are a coastal state, right? A couple months ago, the Prime Minister did a field trip on the southern coast to look at some of the abandoned boats you have in the lagoon, you have in Lansapi, in True Blue Bay, and so on. Now, one of the things that I want the audience to know, the boats that are abandoned in some of these areas are not breaking the law. They are not breaking the law.
Meaning?
Because you can tie up your boat anywhere, basically, except where it is a Port Authority control area, okay, or within a marine protected area. And we have 2 marine protected areas in Grenada. Mm-hmm. We have, well, in Carriacou as well. But for the mainland Grenada, you have Boucherville, Morlanet, and you have Woburn-Clarkscourt Bay. So anywhere else, a yacht operator or boat operator decides to go and tie up their boat and leave it abandoned, we can't do anything about it. Or if it is creating a navigation hazard.
Government continues to invest in its human capital development. Another cohort of directors are currently being trained as part of the government's mandate to find directors who are balanced and fit for purpose to serve on various statutory boards. In July 2022, the government invited interested individuals at home and in the diaspora to indicate their willingness to serve. More than 1,500 people responded. Training began in February 2023. Minister for Finance, Honorable Dennis Cornwall, said properly governed and well-rounded entities require a balanced and fit-for-purpose board of directors who must understand their roles, mandates, and function.
Equipping includes giving the board of directors the independence that they need, free from undue and excessive political interference and meddling. As part of the transformation agenda, we aspire to have our statutory bodies and state-owned enterprise prudently governed in accordance with applicable standards as one of the key strategies to achieve consistently high performance over a prolonged period of time. Against this foreground, my government has demonstrated its commitment to drawing on the country's best talent to deliver on transformation agenda. So in July of 2022, just weeks after the general election, we sent out an appeal to all citizens at home and abroad to indicate their willingness to serve on the board of directors of various government entities. You are among the 1,539 persons who responded. You should give yourself a hearty round of applause for such a thing. Now, board directorship is new for many of us. And even if you are not new to it, you have not been trained or schooled in the role of and function of the board of directors to allow you to perform at the highest level of governance. I am sure you will agree with me that it is unfair and unreasonable to ask someone to perform a function for which he or she is not trained to do so or ill-prepared to do so, and yet hold them accountable for high performance outcomes.
He said the directors will be engaged in ongoing professional development.
The importance of ensuring sustained high level of performance by statutory boards and state-owned enterprise may be better understood in the context that the total asset they manage is over 67% of GDP, and they employ a sizable number of Grenadians, working men and women. I am sure that among the things you will learn are your personal duty as a director to act honestly and in good faith with a view towards the best interests of statutory bodies of state-owned enterprise on whose board you sit. And B, exercise a degree of care, diligence, and skills that a reasonable, prudent person would exercise in similar circumstances. This investment in human capital development, because that's what it is, must bear immediate fruits.
Stay with us. We'll have more stories after the break.
Get ready, Grenada. On Wednesday, March 26, it's time to dive into the future of our country at the first in a series of monthly town hall meetings. Join us at the Trade Center in Grand Anse from 6 p.m. to hear from the Honorable Prime Minister Dickon Mitchell and the Technical Working Group as they unveil our nation's oil and gas plans. Buses will be available for your convenience, absolutely free. This is your chance to learn, ask questions, and contribute to the conversation about Grenada's energy future. It's Wednesday, March 26 at the Trade Center in Grand Anse from 6 p.m. Look out for the town hall meeting coming to your parish. Let's fuel our future together.
Are you thinking about buying a vehicle? Did you find a company on social media? Stop. It may be a scam. Look out for the following red flags. Is the price lower than other dealers? Does it seem too good to be true? Are you sending the monies to the US even though you are ordering the vehicle from Japan? Does the address on the invoice match the address on the payment details? Are conversations limited to WhatsApp text? Is there a sense of urgency placed on you by the seller? You are about to be scammed. Do not take your hard-earned cash or even worse, a loan to send to these scammers. Once the money leaves Grenada's shores, you are not likely to get it back. Consider buying a vehicle already on island from an individual or a car dealer. Beware of these scammers. If in doubt, it's best to stay out. A message from the Financial Intelligence Unit.
Climate change is real, bringing hotter days and less rain. Less rain means less water, so it's crucial for us to conserve water at home. When washing my vehicle, I use a bucket with rainwater that I have stored. This is how I save water. What are you waiting for?
Welcome back. Grenada's Minister of Health, Honorable Philip Tillisford, is the new chair of the Caribbean Public Health Agency Executive Board. He succeeds Dominican Minister of Health, Cassani Laville, and will chair for 12 months. The opening ceremony of the 30th CARFA Executive Board meeting was held at the Radisson Grenada Beach Resort on Sunday evening. Regional health officials convened in Grenada to discuss advancing public health, outlining plans and initiatives to improve healthcare sectors throughout the region. CARFA is an agency of CARICOM whose mandate is to lead matters relating to public health and plays a crucial role in coordinating regional health efforts, providing technical assistance to member states, and responding to public health threats. Representing countries are Anguilla, Haiti, Cayman Islands, Dominica, Trinidad and Tobago, Guyana, and Jamaica. Newly appointed Executive Director of CARFA, Dr. Lisa Indar, highlighted the significance of taking strategic action today to get improved results in the future.
Today, as the Caribbean small island developmental states face common challenges of increasing public health threats, crime and violence, and the negative impact of climate change and change in U.S. policy, strategic action, innovative solutions, and strengthened partnerships is crucial. The decisions we will make at this year's meeting will not only shape policies, but also have a lasting impact on the well-being of Caribbean people, its visitors, and its economies.
Health Minister and Chair of the Board, Honorable Philip Tillisford, commended the progress made by CARFA so far in advancing public health. He underscored the importance of consistent funding, shifts to and incorporating more technology into healthcare practices.
We want to assure the listeners that the next day where we caucus together, it will be a time when we will be focusing heavily on our strategic imperatives and outcomes. That's where our focus is going to be. The health and well-being of our region's people remain the core of our collective mission. Ladies and gentlemen, as the chairperson of this executive board, I am deeply proud of the progress we've made, the challenges we've faced and overcome, and the resilience we've demonstrated in safeguarding public health across the Caribbean region. Together, we have proven that unity and shared purpose can achieve remarkable outcomes. Our meeting serves as a valuable opportunity to reflect on where we've been and chart a course where we are going to be or where we want to be as a people. And as you know, the world is changing quickly and rapidly. Funding sources are evolving or otherwise drying up rapidly. Therefore, as a people, we must morph into something that will cause us to be able to strengthen our resolve, draw on our resources, talents, and abilities.
The process of erecting 20 prefab homes in Dumfries, Carriacou has started. Government continues to place heavy emphasis on rebuilding homes, businesses, and other infrastructure on the Sister Isles following the devastation caused by Hurricane Beryl in July 2024. Several dwelling houses were already handed over to families. However, according to project sponsor Randall Dolland, once completed, the homes will be available for public viewing. The 6-ton homes are equipped with air conditioning units, impact-resistant windows, and other features that withstand disasters.
Here we've ordered 12 2-bedroom, 1-bath homes, along with 8 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom homes. Essentially, the government of Grenada undertook this endeavor to do a pilot project to test to see, again, the reaction to these homes, if they're well received or not, and sort of then decide the way forward after that. So at this point, the homes will be open for public viewing once it's completed. But here now, after day 1, we see that we have 1 home on and 4 more on structures ready to be unfolded and get ready. Day 2, what we were going to have is these homes completely finished. These homes include air-conditioned units, the full kitchen, all electrical plumbing is all there. The reason we opted to go with these homes was simply because we understand the constraints that, following Hurricane Beryl, the constraints of rebuilding and rebuilding very high quality Category 5 standard homes. It does take a while. Even if you do have the materials, you have the sort of limitations on manpower and labor. So in this case, once the foundations are done, these homes could come in and be put right on the foundation. These homes, each of them, weigh almost 6 tons with impact-resistant windows made of steel. So they're very heavy, they're very sturdy, and they could sort of withstand any sort of high-powered Category 5 hurricane. And this was sort of the determinant factor in choosing these homes. There are many sort of technologies like it, but this one we deemed was one of the best ones and sort of coming in at a very affordable price.
The intention is to pilot the project in Carriacou. Once the uptake is good, the project will be moved to mainland Grenada. Dolan thanked all stakeholders who made the pilot project a reality.
Government of Grenada. So that involves, of course, the Minister for Carriacou and Petite Martinique, the government of Carriacou and Petite Martinique, because they've been looking at developing this site, ensuring that, everyday constituents of Carriacou and Petite Martinique may have homes. They could get homes here, essentially. And then, of course, supported by Prime Minister's office and all other departments, Ministry of Housing, as well as Ministry of Infrastructure, and Ministry of MIT, Mobilization, Implementation, and Transformation. So this is sort of a group effort, right? We understood that, again, we had to respond strongly with Beryl. We had to, first of all, find the right solution, find the right homes that would suit this sort of environment, and also ensuring, again, that we build sustainably for the long term, for the future. So we took a while to find the right solution because we had to travel to many countries, see different solutions, and assess all of them, look at the test readings, the results, and pretty much assess that, is this the highest quality that we could get, while at the same time balancing a good price. And this solution from Happy Homes was determined to be that solution. So now the government decided to move forward with it. And again, once there's good uptake on it, we can sort of deploy this to the states of Grenada.
Ensuring the sustainability of the agricultural sector by instilling smart farming practices from a young age was the driving force behind the recent handover of a shade house to the 4-H Club of St. Mary's Catholic School in Paraclete, St. Andrew. Funded by the Climate Smart and Rural Enterprise Project, SIEP, the Shade House is one of 2 built and handed over under the 4-H support component of the program at a total cost of over $150,000 for both shade houses. Beyond serving as a learning tool for nursery management, the Shade House will support the school's agricultural program by producing seedlings. This will not only supply the school's garden, but also allow surplus seedlings to be sold to farmers, generating additional income for the institution. Principal of the St. Mary's Catholic School, Martha Bowen, highlighted the school's active agricultural program, which engages all students. She expressed confidence that the new facility will further enhance their efforts.
Our garden, as Mr. Edwards points out, is not just a garden in sense, but it's a learning environment for our students, where each of our students at all the grade levels from preschool come up, they are engaged within the garden. So we have a schedule, and the students every day of the week, there is a class assisting in the garden. And also, we also, not only the plants, we also into a little bit of chicken rearing, poultry, and we're looking to even expand that aspect. Now, our garden takes the form of farm to table, where what we produce within our garden, it is consumed within our school's kitchen through the school feeding program, where we emphasize healthy eating, and also within the teachers. They also give us support. And through this invaluable contribution from SIEP, we'll be able to now extend it out into our community, the communities of Lafayette, Dunfermline, Paradise, Mount Horn, which we serve as school. I want to say thank you to SIEP for working along with us to bring this project to fruition.
4-H Club coordinator within the Ministry of Agriculture, Alice Jones, emphasized despite the increasing climatic and environmental challenges, the Shade House will introduce students to climate-smart agricultural practices.
A shade house is a climate-smart agriculture practice that provides protection from harsh environmental conditions, ensuring most sustainable and resilient farming. This project aligns perfectly with the 4-H mission as we strive to introduce students to innovative and technological approaches to food production. At the St. Mary's Catholic School 4-H Club, we have received unwavering support from the team, the principal, the 4-H leader, the students, and I can confidently say that this addition is a valuable asset to both our club and the wider 4-H community. At this juncture, I would like to express my heartfelt gratitude on behalf of the Ministry of Agriculture, the 4-H unit, St. Mary's Catholic School 4-H Club, for this wonderful donation.
SIEP's project coordinator, Kenley Edwards, noted that the initiative extended beyond simply constructing the shade house.
But the shade house is equipped with, if you notice, there are two 650-gallon water tank equipped with what we call rainwater harvesting. Before growing up, you say collecting water. It's basically the same thing, but it's just that you use the word rainwater harvesting, where you're basically harvesting water, collecting water. And the idea is, again, is not to rely on pipe-borne water, but to rely on the natural water, the water that is rain-fed, and to use that water to actually irrigate and to wet the plants. The idea, and earlier on in a conversation with Mr. Thomas, I told him that this is where SIEP would have brought the project, but the minute St. Mary's could take it further, whereby they can now install a mist system. You already have the water system set up. Structure is there. So they can now introduce a mist system where you could now, through a misting, irrigate the plants through misting. So this is where the project will go. So the idea is to build on what it is there, and I'm happy that we are able to give you everything that we can. We also equipped the school. There are seedlings inside. As I said, they're going to be a brief demonstration. So there are seedlings already there. There are trays, seedling trays, potting soil, potting mix, hand tools, seeds, and some fertilizer and fungicide to help the school. So we didn't just give St. Mary's a shade house. We gave St. Mary's a start.
Parliamentary Representative for St. Andrew Northwest, Honorable Delma Thomas, reaffirmed the government's commitment to fostering sustainable development for all Grenadians, emphasizing that initiatives like these align with national goals.
As a government, we are committed to investing in the productive sector. So apart from these that involve our children, we are launching many programs this year that speaks to innovation in agriculture and getting our young people to actively engage in the productive sector. When you look at our wage bill, we import too much stuff from outside that we can produce locally. And so I'm happy when I come to St. Mary's and I'm leaving with a bag with lettuce, cabbages, and other things. Similarly to Byland and Paraclete. You know, I did an entire tour in Byland where they were producing mostly everything they needed for the school feeding program. And I know you two are doing that, and you are looking to do more. And so I want to commend you, but say to you that I am committed as your representative to provide whatever support you need to ensure that we can help our children to eat healthier and to have a better life.
Stay with us. We'll have more stories after the break.
As a parent, it is my responsibility to care and protect my children. It is my responsibility to ensure they are safeguarded at all times. It is the same for you, to safeguard your children by keeping them on their vaccination and immunization schedule. Make them a VIP, vaccinated, immunized, and protected. I am Pinky Fabulous. I am a VIP health champion. Be a VIP like me.
Let's all be VIP champions.
A message from the Ministry of Health, Wellness and Religious Affairs, Be a VIP Childhood Vaccination and Immunization Campaign in collaboration with UNICEF and the Pan American Health Organization.
The journey of 1,000 miles begins with but a step. So the journey of a year begins with but a sec. 1 second is the difference between old and new. The difference between what you have done and what you have to do. 1 second is the difference between who you were and who you are going to be. The difference between a year of expectations and a year of memories. Awaiting you is a year of opportunities and new moves. Just one final second to reflect. And then we must embrace indeed. I reckon 1 second is all we need.
Welcome back. To promote sustainability and efficiency in egg production within the poultry industry, the Ministry of Agriculture's Veterinary and Livestock Division has made available a piece of equipment designed to support farmers. Last Thursday, Dr. Kimon Cummins, Chief Veterinary and Livestock Officer, handed over a debeaking machine to the 4 agricultural districts officers to assist farmers in their respective districts. Dr. Cummins explained that this initiative aims to extend support to poultry producers in the wake of Hurricane Beryl's impact in 2024.
They can come and loan the item, right? Ensure that it returns back to the ministry in great condition, great working condition, and other farmers can also utilize it and benefit from it. And I know over time a lot of farmers, especially commercial farmers, over the time, we would have had a lot of requests, in the ministry where farmers would have come in and loan the item. So I felt, we have a lot of farmers keep coming down to the ministry. It's quite a bit of a travel, quite a bit of a hassle. So I think let us come out and reach the farmers. Let us drop it. Let us have these items available at the agricultural districts where it's more accessible to the farmers, and they can come, they can loan it, and they can use it. And the idea, as I said initially, is to help our farmers minimize losses. The birds are a bit, as we know, the layers are a bit cannibalistic, right? So they kind of peck on each other, and farmers lose quite a bit of birds there. especially now where it's really hot and the birds are quite stressed. They would have a lot of pecking going on. They would lose quite a bit of eggs also, especially the birds that are not debeaked. So the idea is to help the farmers minimize as much losses and maximize on their profits.
Acting Chief Agricultural Officer Thaddeus Peters, who was present to receive the debeaking machines, highlighted the benefits of the equipment in promoting sustainable agricultural production.
We would have gone through the effects of Hurricane Beryl, and so the assistance continue because the effect that was left behind is long-lasting. So we need to continue building resilience and giving support so persons can get back on their feet and continue producing. This will contribute greatly to food security, and which is a major thrust of the Ministry of Agriculture at this point, increasing our resilience in the face of all the challenges. So disasters like we had last year, extreme weather conditions are things that farmers and producers face with on a daily basis. So all these measures are geared towards all the mitigation efforts and to increase production so that we can continue to feed ourselves.
Dennis Batiste, District Supervisor for the Eastern Agricultural District, expressed that the equipment is a welcomed addition and will help them serve farmers more effectively.
The district really appreciates this piece of implement. It will go a long way in helping our farmers, our poultry farmers, especially those who are doing layers, to assist them with the debeaking, which would help reduce the incidences of cannibalism and increase our production in terms of egg production. So we really appreciate it, and we say a special thank you to you, Dr. Cummins, and your team.
Finally, in the news, the Grenada Athletics Association announces the representation of 33 athletes at the 2025 Carifta Games from April 19th to 21st in Trinidad and Tobago. The delegation from over 10 sporting clubs and schools will be accompanied by team manager John L. Mitchell, head coach Wayne McSween, his assistant Damian Castle, Paul Phillip and Lee Coffey as team coaches for throws and sprints respectively. Lanisha Braffett will be the safeguarding officer, Kathleen Victor the team's chaperone, and Javon Joseph the physiotherapist. The team includes Christopher Calise, Nathaniel Douglas, Giovanni Green, Delron John, Carmal Joseph, Danon Mitchell, Shaim Phillip, Kazim Telesford as under 17 boys, Naomi Augustine, Annalisa Brown, Christiana Charles, Annie Logie, Serena Alexander, Shanti Augustine, Egypt Regis Benjamin, and Amaya Chandler as under 17 girls. Talia Descent, Chifania Houston, Shade John under 20 girls. Emilio Bishop, D'Angelo Brown, Ian George, Timothy Greenidge, Dylan Logan, Cameron Mathlin, Adriel Mitchell, Kirlon Moses, Kyle Ned, Quanel Pear, Mikhail Redhead, Ethan Sam, Neon Stanislas, and Rayvon Telesford under 20 boys. The following is the public forecast for this afternoon and tonight. The weather is expected to be partly cloudy and windy with light showers over the northern sector. Cloudy overnight with showers, some may be heavy. Winds east-northeasterly, east-southeasterly at 15 to 25 miles per hour, gusting higher with showers. Seas moderate to rough with waves near 8 feet in northeasterly swells. Marine advisory is in effect. This brings us to the end of the GIS news for Monday, March 24th, 2025. I am Kristen Mitchell saying thank you for joining us.